Hi and welcome to Strengthen with Sarah. Today we have a Pilates ring or magic circle workouts. It's going to be full body. So all you're going to need is that trusty magic circle or ring. And we're going to start lying down on your back. So lying down on your back, getting down as easily and as comfortably as you can. Can you take that ring just beneath those knees? So it's on your inner thighs, the cushiony parts. I say cushiony, I know it's not that comfortable, but the kind of pads, if you will, are on the inner thighs, okay? Then the feet, just shuffle them in slightly towards your bum and then just melt down. Can we take those hands onto the ribs? And we're gonna start here connecting with the Pilates breath. So can we take a beautiful big inhale in through the nose? Breathing into where those hands are onto the ribs, you'll feel the ribs start to lift up and out. Exhale out through the mouth. You'll feel those ribs draw down and in. And again, inhale in through the nose. Feel that lift and expansion outwards. Exhale out through the mouth. Feel everything draw back down and in. Good. One more time. Inhale. In through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Good. This time, take your hands, can we interlace them so you form a basket shape and take your head into that basket. The elbows stay wide. This time we're going to inhale. Just make sure that your knees are nice and open. There's no tension on that ring. Exhale, can you squeeze into that ring? Begin to change its shape. Using that exhale breath. Inhale, we open. Release the tension on the ring. Exhale, use that breath to squeeze and change the shape on the ring. Fabulous. And again, inhale, open. Exhale to squeeze. Inhale to open. Exhale to squeeze. So we should already be starting to feel something happening through the abdominals and through those inner thighs. You're doing fab. We go last 3. Exhale, squeeze and change the shape on that ring. Inhale, open. Last 2, both knees are working equally, 50-50 to change the shape on that ring. And open. Good, last time. Exhale, use that breath to change the shape. And inhale to open those knees. Good, we're gonna add an abdominal curl to that movement. So inhale here. As we exhale this time, begin to curl up and squeeze onto the ring. And then again, use that inhale to open the knees and you release your head back down. Inhale. Exhale, curl up and squeeze into that ring. So think about your upper back lifting off the floor, looking towards that ring, and then inhale, release everything. So good. And again, exhale, curl up and squeeze. Inhale, release. Final 4, it's slow and controlled here. We're not in any rush. We can feel this burn. Good, keep going. So really using that Pilates breath we created in the warm-up and adding it to a lot of movement right now. Well, I say a lot of movement, it's actually very little movement, but it's enough to really feel it. Last time, exhale, you curl up and hold. Squeeze strongly into that ring. Maintain that curl shape. Good. All we're going to do is stay in that curl. Just open the knees and close the knees. Open the knees and close the knees. So it's a little bit quicker. We open and we close. We open and we close. We're still using that breath. Inhale, open, exhale, close. If that's confusing for you and you think, oh my goodness, there's a lot going on, then just focus on the movement. That's okay. But just breathe whenever feels natural to you. We go last 3. Staying curled up. Last 2. Last 1. Can you hold that squeeze? Curl up any more. And then release it back down and release the knees. Let them open nice and wide. Oh, that was amazing. I hope you agree. So keep those feet where they are. They should be close to the glutes. Take your hands down by your side this time, okay? Or you can always have them lifted up to the sky if you prefer. That's going to challenge it a bit more, but just see how you get on. So right now the knees are slightly open. Again, there's no tension on that ring. We're going to inhale. As we exhale, can you find an imprinted spine? So just let your lower back start to graze the floor and then begin to lift up into a glute bridge. So we peel the spine up one vertebrae at a time until you find your bridge. So the upper back stays on the floor, as does your head. Hands can be down there as well, or they can be lifted up to the sky, your preference. Hold it here. Can you lift a little bit higher until you really start to feel the glutes? Inhale. Exhale, begin to roll the spine back down. Really, really slow. Middle back meets the ground first, then your lower back, and then finally your bum, your glutes connect. We go again. Inhale. Find your imprinted spine so the lower back touches the floor. And then use the exhale, begin to peel the spine up. So you roll up, find your bridge and hold. Really press through the feet. Again, see if you can lift up a little bit higher. We always stop short, and you want to push a little bit beyond that. Amazing. Inhale. Exhale, begin to roll it back down. Really feeling it through each part of your spine. Good. We go again. Inhale, find that imprint. Lower back touches the floor, then you roll up. Starting with your glutes, then your lower back, and then the middle part of your back until you find that lift, 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 lift up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, roll it back down. Good. Last two. I thought for a second then the tripod had fallen, but it was my shoes. I could see something in my peripheral and was like, no. Good, holding it here. And lowering back down. Awesome. One more time. Inhale, find that imprint. Use that exhale to roll up as high as you can, really grounding through those feet to press up higher and hold. Good. Then lower down just halfway with the glutes and hold it here. So the bum is halfway to the floor. Can you squeeze into that ring again and release one? Exhale, squeeze, change the shape. So we're back with the inner thighs and open. 3, squeeze and change the shape and open. 4, 5, you're doing amazing. 6, we go to 10. 7, 8, awesome job. 9, last one, 10. Squeeze into that ring and hold it here. Hold, keep squeezing and changing the shape of that ring. Can we start to slowly lift the bum back up, 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 keeping that squeeze onto the ring. We hold here for 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Let the knees open, release the squeeze in that ring and roll your spine back down. Beautiful work. So, so good. This time take your ankles, or take your legs actually, through the ring until the ring is now resting in the same position it was, but on the outer thighs instead. Okay, so it's on the outer part of the leg rather than the inner part. Again, interlace your hands behind your head, elbows out wide. The legs are in what's called a tabletop position, so roughly about 90 degrees. Feet are flexed. Okay, so think toes are pointing up to the sky. We're going to inhale here. As we exhale, can you curl up? So think upper back lifts up, this time heading towards those knees. And then we lower back down. Good. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lower. Fab. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lower. Awesome. Curl. And lower. We go last 2. You curl up. And you lower. Last time we curl up. And you lower. Option on this one. Option is to curl up and hold. Can you reach those legs nice and long? Bend them back in and lower back down. If that's too much, just stay with the previous option, or don't take those legs as far or as low. Okay, so we curl up first and hold. You reach those legs, extend them long, bring them back in and lower down. Good. 3, curl and reach. Bend and lower. 4, really think about lifting that upper back up as high as you can. In and lower. Lovely. 5. We just go to 7 on these. And lower. 6. Reach the legs long. Bring them in and lower. Last time here. You curl up. You reach those legs out long. You bend them in and you lower back down. Really, really nice. You've got one more move here. Inhale. Exhale, curl up. Option to reach those legs long or keep them bent. Really send those legs out wide to keep that ring in place. Reach your arms down by your sides, or out to the sides, I should say, but they're keeping hovered. And just pulse the arms up and down, up and down. You can lower those legs as much or as little as you want to. You've got 10 more seconds here. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep curling up as much as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend everything in, release down. Just have a little rock from side to side. So good. I know that's not easy. You guys did fabulous. Right, let's take that ring, this time down to the ankles. We're going to turn on to your left hand side. Take your left arm nice and long and just relax your ear on that side onto that arm, okay? And then all I want you to do is keep the bottom leg where it is. Take your top leg on top of that ring. So it's on top of that cushion this time. Good. And then all I want you to do is squeeze and press down into that ring and then lift that leg up. So it goes away from the ring. So you squeeze and press down onto that ring, meet the cushion, change the shape of the ring, and then lift that top leg up. Fab. 3, press down onto the ring and lift the leg up. 4. So the challenge is to each time trying to find that cushion, that cushiony part of the ring. That's the challenge here. Whilst also feeling the glutes. Whilst also feeling that glute burn. Press down onto that ring, squeeze your inner thigh and lift that leg up. Fabulous. Last 2. And lift. Last 1. Squeeze down onto that ring. Lift up and hold it here. Can you bend that leg into the chest? Reach it long and press down onto that ring. So you lift it up, bring it into the chest, extend it long and press down onto the ring. Good. Keep going. Bend in, reach long, press down and lift. Good. Last 2. Last 1. Squeeze down onto the ring and lift up and hold it here. Just some small circles to finish. Thinking about that top leg, you're thinking about the heel. It's drawing some tiny golf balls. You go for 5 and 4, 3 and 2. Keep that leg nice and long. 1, hold. Keep that leg really long as if someone's pulling it. Good. Change direction. You've got 5 and 4. You knew that was coming. You knew it. 3 and 2 and 1. Holding it in this position. Keep that leg really long and then relaxing it down. Good. Give it a little tap here just to release any tension through that glute and then bring yourself up. Fabulous. So just a gentle stretch here, because it wouldn't be Pilates without a little bit of stretch. So the knees are nice and wide. The big toes are connected behind you. Reach that ring forward. Then the hands go one on top of the other onto the cushiony part of the ring. The other cushion is on the floor. And you relax down, you find a child pose here, but because your arms are lifted, your head can actually drop down beneath those arms and deepen that stretch with the shoulders, which is lovely. Can we connect and focus on the breath here? Big inhale. Exhale, can you deepen any more towards the floor? One more time, inhale. Exhale, try and really sink down to the floor. Really pressing the hands into the ring. And then slowly come back up. Nice. Take that ring behind you. It is 36 degrees right now. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty toasty. So the ring is behind your bum. You're taking your hands onto the cushiony parts and you're really, really lengthening up toward the spine. Okay, now think about your shoulders. Again, naturally in today's society, they round forward. Can you allow them to roll back, open through the chest? And I'm sure just those tweaks alone, you're probably starting to feel something, which is great. Can we inhale? Exhale, squeeze into that ring. Now it's not going to change shape like it did with the inner thighs, and that's okay. But we're thinking about squeezing into it whilst keeping the shoulders back, the chest open. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze and press into that ring. And inhale, release. Good. Final 3. Squeeze and press into that ring. And release. Keep that chest open, the shoulders back. 2. And release. Last one. Squeeze onto that ring and hold this position. Keep the glutes squeezed as well. I know everything's active. I'm saying squeeze like nothing else. Hold it here. Can you then lift those arms up just a couple of centimeters and lower 1? And again, lift those arms up a couple of centimeters and lower 2, keeping that chest nice and open. Find that lift of the arms and that lower. Good. 4, lift the arms, keep them really straight and lower. Last one, lift the arms up and hold. Chest is really open. Hold it here. Squeeze more into that ring. We've got a 5-second hold and it starts now. 5. Keep squeezing into that ring. 4. Keep the arms nice and long. 3. You have got this. Last 2. And last 1. Release. Give everything a shake, a little shimmy. Awesome job. Right, your final work on the other side for the side lying series. So both legs go into the ring. So the ring is on your ankles. And then come and lie down on your right hand side. Right arm goes really long and you relax your head onto that side. Once your legs are long, take that top leg out and on top of that circle. So it's on the top cushion. Good. Make sure your spine is nice and stacked so hips are in line. You can always have that top hand forward for a bit of balance. And then all I want you to do is lift that top leg, lower it down, find that cushion, squeeze into the ring. And again, find that lift, that lower, squeeze into the ring. Good, just keep flowing here. That top foot is either flexed or pointed. I leave it up to you preference-wise what you prefer. I think I'm preferring flexed feet today. So whatever feels good for you. We're focusing more on that top glute. Either foot position is going to feel, you're going to feel it regardless. Nice. Keep squashing that ring every time you push it down with that leg. We're going to add to this movement if it feels good for you. So the next time you lift that leg up, hold. Bend it in towards your chest. Reach it back long again. Find that ring and squeeze and press it down. Good. Lift the leg up. Bend it in. Straighten it out. Find the ring and squeeze into the ring. Beautiful. Not long left here, guys. You are doing so good with this ring workout. I hope you're enjoying it as much as feeling it. Maybe you're not enjoying it right now, and that's okay. Maybe afterwards, when you've got a sense of achievement for completing a goal that you set out. The biggest thing we can do for ourselves, self-care wise, is just really show up for ourselves. So I am so thankful that you're here, that you're doing this workout. Good, let's go. Last two. Lift that leg, bend it in, straighten that leg, find the ring. Nice, last one. Lift that leg, bend it in, straighten it out. Can we hold it here? Begin to form circles with that top leg, forming that golf ball shape with that heel. For 3 and 2 and 1, hold it here. You've got 5 seconds in the other direction. 5 and 4, making it really small. 3, keep that leg lifted. 2 and 1, hold. Straighten that leg as much as you can, and then bend it in, give it a gentle tap and release. Awesome. Grab hold of that ring again. One final child pose. Let's face the other direction. If you can remember which hand was down, then try and do the opposite. If you have no clue, then don't stress, okay? So hands are stacked on top of each other, on top of the cushion. Send your bum back towards those heels. The knees are nice and wide. Melt your head down to the floor. Keep pressing into that ring so the arms are still active. Inhale. Exhale. Can you melt down any more towards the floor? Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale to melt down. Amazing. Then just gently begin to restack back up. And that is your Pilates ring workout. I really hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, comments, feedback, pop it down below. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you very soon. Bye.